couple has written vows for each other that I'm going to give to you guys. Okay.
Oona, you're my belayer when I climb, my lifeguard when I surf. You're my best friend and my favorite person I hold in my arms. You're my North Star that guides me when it's dark and remain a shining light that warms my heart. You also have a kindness to help others, including those banana slugs that cross our path on hikes. You're everything I could have ever asked for. Oona, you've been more than patient with me in the 8.5 years of us knowing each other. From the first time we met in the dark room of the photography class to this moment where we stand now. By the way, thanks for helping me write these wedding vows when I was When I met Oona, I was a bumbling freshman in college. I didn't have a single clue what I wanted to do with my life. Oona, on the other hand, had plans. That sunny January afternoon when I met Oona, she was sitting in a tall swivel chair, already an artist, and was the teacher's assistant in my photography class. I thought she must be at least in her mid-20s because of the way she carried herself, laughed, held her confidence, something I lacked at the time. In that photography class, Oona and I became good friends. It was an unusual relationship, to say the least. She was, how do I phrase this? Good. And I was not so good. For those details, you can ask my high school friends, sister, or mom. They have more than enough stories to hold a conversation with a stranger. By the way, Mom, thanks for sticking by my side. I was also obsessed with only one thing, surfing. And Oona was into art. I constantly sought out adventure, and Oona yearned for stability. I was stoic and unwilling to express how I felt. Oona was an emotional guru. I was a skinny Asian dude. Not typically high on the dating pole. She was a beautiful white girl. But despite our differences, we came together and soon started dating. That lasted for a week. But we got back together for what now seems obvious reasons. I have now come to realize our differences are not only compatible, but are complementary and make each of us a better person. My dad oftentimes doesn't give me good romantic advice, but he did tell me this: a good relationship should be greater than the sum of its parts. I couldn't agree more, and despite our differences, we help each other in more ways than I ever could have imagined in that first week of us dating. Oona, when I entered the photography class, I was struggling to hold on. I felt empty and lost. Oona, you showed me how to create beautiful images out of nothing. After applying a little developer, what was once a blank sheet of paper arose definitive hard lines, soft shadows, and unique, complex, beautiful shapes. Each piece held its own unique, intrinsic beauty. Oona, you have poured that same developer into my life. What was once empty now feels full of color. I hope I've helped you too. I hope the adventures I've taken you on, from climbing Half Dome to adopting Dessa out of the blue, has given you happy memories that you'll remember for the rest of your life. I hope I've shown you to face some of your anxiety and have been a shoulder for you to lean on when you're in need. I hope I've broadened your horizon as much as you have broadened mine, and I hope I've made your life as incredible as you've made mine. Oona, words can't express how grateful I feel towards you. You've truly changed my life for the best, and today you're not only going to be my best friend, but you'll be my wife. I can't wait to see what challenges lie ahead in our lives, because whatever it may be, I'm ready, as long as I have you.
little boy, you wanted to grow up and be a great boyfriend. You imagined how you would sweep a girl off her feet, and you would dote upon her in every way you knew how. You grew up, and like any normal individual experiencing disenchantment, you noticed you weren't perfect, and furthermore, nobody is. However, years went by, you met me, and we began to court. And today, we are living proof. All that perfect stuff, it's a lot more true than it is untrue. Just for a moment, just for one slow moment, suspend your cynicism and shift into the world of dreams, and I will spin you into my reasoning. Kevin, you were born to be mine, and I was born to be yours, and I will prove it. We have known each other 8.5 years, and in that time, you have come to open up that big heart of yours and allow me to dig deeper and deeper. And as I dug, I found my way back to those boyish hopes. That little boy wishing and dreaming of a day when he could do exactly this, proclaim his love for all to see. It was eclipsed by so many other years and had gotten completely packed down like a thin layer of snow settling lower and lower as storms passed, as snow piled higher and higher above the surface. I studied that layer, because deep within me, I had the same one, the same naive childhood dream. I was just like you. I was tiny, I was goofy, and I dreamed about the person I would someday find, and constantly stared longingly out the window of my room, watching the persimmon leaves turn from yellow to orange to brown. But now, when I study our long-forgotten childish hopes, I notice things I hadn't realized until I began writing these vows. We both wanted to care for our future partner, but neither of us have an orthodox way of doing so. The ways we care for each other are so unique, so specific to me, so specific to you. We give and receive exactly what we require. As children, we wish to be great at loving another human. And then we grew up and turned into ourselves and learned how complicated that would be. My dream, when held up to the light to let the sun shine through, my dream is you. You are that dream, and your dream, it's me. The chances of two dreams finding their exact reality are seriously slim. In fact, I believe at some points in our lives there was no chance, which is why the romantic stuff got shoved down deep, almost forgotten. And yet, here I am, here you are. Today, love triumphs. There are so many reasons we are compatible, and of course, that's pretty important too. But this is the key. We both had this dream, no matter if we shoved our dreams away because we knew the odds. We are both incorrigible romantics. Okay, I know there's a lot more to a relationship than layers of snow and persimmon leaves, and perhaps we have grown into each other's dreams. Whatever you want to call it, fate, dedication, loyalty. We're here, Kevin, we did it. All that romance stuff came true today. That little boy, dreaming of the day he would meet the love of his life, yeah, he grew up and turned out pretty great. And only a few miles away was me, swinging on my swing set, heaving big dramatic sighs, and longing for my day to shine into your heart and study those layers and realize how perfect we are for each other. You know what is written in my heart, just as I know exactly what is in yours. Most people make promises in their vows, but I don't need to. That promise was made years ago by those two little kids. It was a done deal even back then. We were already headed in each other's direction, and there's nothing we could do about it. Kevin, happy wedding day. Good thing we're such a couple of dreamers.
Kevin promised to stand by Oona, dreaming as she dreams, growing as she grows, remaining steadfast and caring, cherishing moments, staying rooted, and above all else, promising to open your heart to her. Come with me.
I do.
Do you, Oona, promise to stand by Kevin, dreaming as he dreams, growing as he grows, chasing adventures with as much excitement as your heart will hold, cherishing moments, braving the storms together, and above all else, promising to open your heart to him. Come with me.
I do.
Oona, repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I do wed.
Kevin, repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah.